Hey guys, how y'all doing? What's today? Happy hump day. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Y'all know I love that Geico commercial. But anyway, how y'all doing today? I thought I'm up in the closet, right? I'm in the closet. This camera just doing whatever it want. I'm in the closet. It's a tornado warning at 5:30. So I thought, hey, I was sitting in here. My daughter's up there in the bathroom. I told her to take cover. So I'm sitting in the closet in my room. And yeah, I said, well, you know what? I might as well talk to my family on YouTube. See how y'all doing today? How was your day? How was your Wednesday? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some hot topics while I'm in here. So we might well start. We might well start with Will Smith. Y'all, how many times do we teach our children to keep your hands to yourself? A lot of people are blaming Jada, the look on her face or whatever, or she may have said, go up there and hit him or do something. But it was not justified. It was a joke. And even it was a distasteful joke, most definitely. Yes, yes, it was. However, it's a joke. Don't laugh at some of the jokes and you can't take it when you're the butt of the jokes. You know, it was a cowardly thing to do. It really was. It did not set an example. I don't care how many, and I like him. I still like him. I still like Chris Rock. But have we teach our kids don't put your hand on people unless they put their hand on you. And if Chris Rock may look small, but would he have this clock wheel? He could have clocked wheel. Back and he would have been justifiable if he would have retaliated. He also could press charges. And it's my understanding he's not going to press charges. You know, um, Will was wrong. Yes, he apologized. People do make mistakes, but as you would think at that level that he is, but he's not immune. It just goes to show you people are not immune to whatever. Yes, I know women want men to defend their honor and all of that good stuff. It's not the time. It was not the place. He should have pulled him to the side, talked to him man to man. Man, if they would have came to blows man to man, whatever argument or whatever, hey, that's them behind closed doors. That was not the stage for it. It was a poor look all the way around. Chris Rock was class act, but I don't know if I could have been as graceful. And I don't think his brother is all that, he ain't feeling well at all. He like on sight, it's on. And hey, can you blame him? Whether you beat me or not, you don't put your hand on people like that. Anyway, so that's enough of that. I'm going to move on because I'm not going to even give that any more audience. It just seems like it's all in the media. But I want to congratulate Samuel L. Jackson. It's my understanding. I don't even watch the Oscars. So the only way I knew about this Will mess and the probably any Oscars got light is because it's been all over YouTube, all over Twitter, all over TikTok. It's just been everywhere. So, but congratulations to Samuel L. Jackson for receiving his Oscar. Congratulations. Anyway, y'all, let me prerequisite this because the LBGT community is probably going to be in outrage. And I want to prerequisite this because I notice anything you say that's not in agreement with them, the first thing they want to holler is foul play and phobia. You phobic. You transphobic. I'm not transphobic. It's been two instances. It was the swimmer. I think it's Leah, whatever, that won. Do I think it's right? No, I don't. I don't care how much hormones you take to suppress yourself. You got two trained athletes on that level. I think that man is going to outdo that woman in time. And 5 seconds may be, you might say that's not much, but that's a lot in swimming from my understanding. And I don't think that, and they're talking about him possibly crushing records that's been held by women that have truly worked hard for that. And I don't think that's fair. I do think that there should be a separate category. And you may or may not agree. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have a option to compete. But, would you have reached the Olympics? And who's to say that the Olympics is going to even allow them to compete on that level? You can't make the Olympics committee, if they ever get to that point, say, okay, it's okay. I think there should be a special trans section for that if that's the case. And have y'all noticed that it's always the case going from on the woman's side, that women, I think because women are more compassionate, they're more having more emotional ties, they kind of try to be understanding. I don't think, and I think it probably would, men would probably be in uproar. They probably would be embarrassed, of course, if they lost against the trans woman who transitioned to a man. I don't know, but I just don't feel like it's right. And I was just listening to one of the girls' story talking about how crushed her teammate, was. It was that last spot, and by her being able to compete and actually win, it kind of nudged her out of the spot. And that's just really unfortunate. And people want to say equal rights. I don't care what you say. It's a choice to be transgender. And men and women, God gave them different things for a reason. They're equipped with different things. Whether you choose to do whatever you want to do, it's not for me to judge. But no amount of hormone suppression is going to change what has naturally given a man, or hormones is going to change the thing that naturally give a woman. That's why a lot of the women that have transitioned who later decide to have a baby, they've able to do so. They've able to go ahead and say, well, I'm going to use what my woman, whatever, internals to have a baby. And so I was watching this woman, this interchange. It was, she was from another country because she had an accent and it was clear, but she was very respectful. It was an interchange between her and a transgender lady. And I thought about the exchange quite a bit. And yeah, it was, what she said was very thought provoking. And I think even as a transgender woman, I think you would probably feel what she's saying and should understand. But instead of the transgender woman understanding, what she did was take offense and told a security guard that was present to call your dogs off. At no point did the woman try to berate her. She said, I'm asking you as a mother, do not go into the restroom. She said, I'm not your daughter or your wife, or whatever she said to that effect. So I would prefer you not go into the restroom. My daughter's in there. To something in it, and of course the transgender woman took offense. But as I thought about that, y'all, when I was married, it took a long time for me to go, for my husband to be in the bathroom when I was going in the restroom. So of course, you don't want to teach you. I'm, as a grown woman, won't be comfortable with someone in the restroom with me, especially I don't know. They may not have ill intents at all, which I think is going to be the majority of the case. They're not going to have ill intent. But this world is so perverted now that you don't know that a man may not enter that bathroom under the guise of being transgender with young girls. I never did allow my daughter to go to the restroom by herself. But as a teenager, when she was out, of course, she would go with her girlfriends or whatever. You don't know what your children are doing. But you want to feel comfortable. They feel comfortable. And you don't want to say, well, they're just transgender. Get comfortable with them. No, they had always got to be on a swivel. Now you got to say, I need you to be at high alert. I don't use public toilets that often unless I'm traveling. I have to go mighty bad to have to go to a public toilet, to be honest with you. But the thing of it is, you can't just relinquish and say, you got to treat them something. Yes, you need to treat them with respect and kindness and treat them no different than anybody else. But should you be comfortable with using the same restroom facilities? Maybe not. Because I don't want to necessarily use the same restroom facilities with somebody with different genitals. I don't. I'm just being honest. And that's what I'm saying. And of course, people going to say you're transphobic. No, I'm not transphobic. I wouldn't want that, because like I said, you don't know what the world is. You don't know if this person is truly transgender, if this person is under the guise of being transgender, and now I have let down my guard and I'm in there and the person attacks, all this, no, but I'm just saying, any woman. So I understood what the mother was saying, and I also understand the rights of somebody, that's a transgender, that has chosen to be a transgender, to want to be safe and want to go to the restroom, and feel like it's okay. But you have to think about the other side too. So the majority always has to be the welcoming person, the majority. And that's how it is. You really do. You have to be welcoming. But also when you're in the minority, sometimes you have to have an understanding and compassionate to say, well, you know what, if this was my daughter. And that's how the mother was kind of pleading to, if this was your daughter, as a mother, if this was your daughter, would you want your daughter in that situation? And a lot of times, like I said, people are so consumed with self. That's why children are exposed to so much different stuff, because people just don't care anymore. You know, I'm just doing me. I'm living my life. I'm doing me. The heck with whatever you say. And it's good to live your life, but it's also good to kind of think about how you were raised. Were you exposed to everything? You know, I know that I wasn't. Anyway, that's enough of that. And like I said, you know, that's just my thoughts on it. You know, you can't teach your children to be so comfortable, your girls. And I don't know that, you know, I think it's a danger for men, women that are transgender and change over to men. I think it's a danger for them for other reasons going into the men's restroom. But I don't think men pay attention as much as women. So I don't even know that they would even notice that that was a woman. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because like I said, this is all new to me. I'm learning about it, you know, and I don't know. I was looking at um documentary one time on a hermaphrodite. I think it's hermaphrodite, which was born with two genitals, different ones. And of course, the parents back then made the choice, and sometimes they made the wrong choice when the child wanted to be in the dominant. You know, end up coming out that they were either going to be dominant one way or the other later on. And but they made the decision in infancy about, you know, what sex to kind of assign to that particular child. So, but like again, I don't know the percentage of that is. I don't even know the percentage of women that are transgender. But back to the thing in sports, and I often think back to, I said something when they gave that sports, Bruce, that sports, well, Caitlin, that sportswoman of the year. I thought that was wrong. Because I often thought that, you know, you've had an opportunity to compete as a man. You won different awards and accolades as a man, and you've made the decision to become Caitlin, which is fine. That's your right. So you can be happy in life. Okay? But now you have in turn won those accolades as a man. Now you in turn kind of have stripped the woman of that same opportunity to get that, and that may have worked that hard and by them honoring you or whatever. I just felt like it was wrong then. And people may not agree with me. You may agree or not agree. It's not. And all I want to say is, please, if you have a comment to make, we're not here to spew hate. This is just an open dialogue. I want you to kind of be kind in your words, but you can feel free to say what you want, but just don't be cruel and hateful, because that's not what we're here for. You know, I'm trying to understand some things and tell you my true feelings. And like I said, stop throwing that word phobia on something. I love my daughter to death, but there's some things she don't like that I don't agree with, that she does that I don't agree with. I'm sure some things I do that she don't agree with. She don't walk around and say, you daughter phobia. You know, that word is just so easy. Like if you don't 100% agree with somebody, that's the first thing they want to say. And that's just not the fact. That's just not the case. Well, that's enough of that, y'all. I'm off that soapbox. So then, y'all, this thing, God has been dealing with me. You know, I wasn't raised to give men money, period. Now, in relationships, I was raised to do kind things, to treat my mate well, I've always treated my mate well, bought them nice gifts on the holidays, did special things for them. Sometime I would pay for dinner, you know, things like that. You know, only person, but with that said, I've always worked. And I got to thinking about some things, but they were talking about, this young lady was said to me that this person said, well, I hope if I give this person money, maybe they'll be nice to me. Talking about a dude. I'm like, what? I just don't think that's the thing. I always said, if a man asks me for money, now, you know, if it's not my brother, you know, I've exchanged large sums of money with my brother and my father, and when I was married, my husband. Not no guy I dated, not even the guy I lived with, did I change large money with. And I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, I just, and it was a problem. I would always wonder why men would ask women, like homeless men and stuff, would ask women more so than they would ask the man. And men are more harsher. They're like, you're able bodied. Why can't you? Why are you working? You're spending all day out here begging or whatever, And I'm like, it's not going to hurt you to give them anything. Women are more compassionate. Women are more compassionate in the church to giving. Women are more compassionate to giving to the homeless. Because, I give and don't think anything of it. But I don't see how a man could ask a single parent, a single woman, a single mother for money. It's bothersome to me. I don't see how a man could, if you're trying and you're failing and you need some help to get over the hump, it's one thing. But just to be doing nothing and just asking some woman you dating and trying to use women, it's just crazy. So God is dealing with me on that about giving to men, and I've tried to be more of a giving person. But Lord knows, if I was dating somebody and they asked me for $500 and that was the test for us to go forward, we weren't going forward, y'all. I would fail that test because I'm not going to give it to him. I'm just going to be honest with you. And he'd say, I was just seeing if you would give it to me because I was going to give you back double. I won't be getting double. I won't be getting double. I'm serious. Unless God really changed my heart there. No. No. Because I got bills over here. I'm in debt over here. I'm trying to pay bills. So I can't do it. I remember I loaned a dude some money one time. It wasn't a big amount. I've never gotten that money back, by the way. And it was said to me that you don't need it or you can't afford, or something to that effect. But the sad part about it is, y'all, I was a single parent. And people often count your pockets like they know what you do with your money. You make a decent salary. Yes, but I have decent bills to go with it. I have childcare. I have after school activities for my daughter. My daughter travels. I'm in student loan debt. I owe you don't know the person's situation. And that taught me just to not to loan money I can't afford to not get back to. Because say something happened and you loan somebody a large sum of money. Don't nobody know but you and them. God forbid they become incapacitated or they die or something. Who gonna know they owe you that money? You gonna be without that money. So if you cannot afford to not have it, don't loan it, is what I say. But I don't see how, so I'll give to some man, a homeless man. If I'm going to give, I'm going to give from the kindness of my heart. And it's going to be hopefully a blessing to them. And I'm going to say bless somebody else with it. It's not going to be something I'm looking for to look back. But again, it's not going to be a whole lot, but it's a lot to me. The little I share sometimes it's a lot to me. And, it may not be a lot. I hope that it helps them or whomever, but I never had a man except for my husband give me over $75. Now, I've had men and I've been, like I said, I've always worked. Been in a relationship, do nice things for me. And I think that $75 was like on a Mother's Day. I just remember it distinctly because I'm like, $75? Y'all probably saying, girl. But I was like, $75. And so he gave it to me for Mother's Day. With that being said, this was the guy I was staying with for a while. But, in that relationship, I was living with him. And of course, he only required I gave him $300 a month. But I bought all the groceries. He very rarely bought anything from the store when I was staying there. I bought the groceries because I had a child. Of course, I wanted my child to eat certain things I wanted, of course. But I would buy things that he liked at the store. It wasn't like I cared about him. I loved him. So, of course, when I went to the store, whatever I saw that he eat or recognized he eat, he never did ask for anything because he was pretty even person as far as whatever I fixed. But I watched the things that he liked, the certain drinks or whatever, and I would make sure we had that in the house. All the household items, tissue, things we needed, we had. So it wasn't like he had to spend money. So on top of $300 to help toward the bills, I put, food and stuff in the house. But with that said, that's not to say he didn't do anything kind for me. He my car, I had a hoopty baby. I'm not going to even lie to you. And he had offered to get me a car, but I was like, because Because this car here paid for and it's in my name. I don't know nothing about all that. I'm not giving up my car to get no car in your name. Now that was the big thing he did offer to do for me, but that was adamant no. But he would fix on my car. He ain't never asked me for one dime about a part. And something stayed wrong with it. You know, if we went somewhere to eat, he paid for it most of the majority of the time. Every now and then I would treat him, but that was rare. He paid for the food. If he wanted to pick something up, he paid for it. He never said, "Where your money at on the food?" or nothing like that. So I don't want to discount him for the things he did. Like if we went shopping, sometimes he would pull up. I remember when my daughter got ready for school, he was like kicking in on her school clothes and stuff. So it wasn't like it was a relationship. It was a relationship. But I'm saying I've never had a man just give me money like that. So I don't understand that concept in a relationship, just handing over large sums of money to parties on either side. And like I said, I've done nice things. I made sure he had the things he liked to eat. I made sure, like, when got him nice gifts, got him things that he said he wanted, things of that nature. I remember we went out of town. Like when we went out of town, I very rarely had to have a little money because he took care of everything. Hotel. He never said. And so when he went with me, I took care of everything. It was not like you got to come up with whatever money or whatever. So I don't know. I just don't know about this new age of men looking for women to live with, to kind of mooch off of, to kind of take care of them. I don't understand that concept of where that is, and giving men money, and how women, after tax time, they kind of back up off these women. After they done ran through their tax money, they're sweet to them, and then, until next time, the next go round. And what is that about? And you would think that women wouldn't be so desperate for someone in their life that they would put their children and their homes and their needs, when they did come into a little money, to get their own self together. What are your thoughts anyway on that, y'all? That's just what's a disturbing thing to me. And do you, like, mind giving money to the homeless, mind giving money to men that ask? Are you more inclined? Of course I help women, but I don't mind so much giving $20, $25 here, $5, $10 or whatever. Because I want to see somebody, especially if they say they're hungry, I want to see them eat. And when I give it to them, if they do what's right with it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. That's on them. That's between them and God. Only thing I can say is I don't want to leave somebody hungry. I don't want to leave somebody if I have it. Sometimes I don't have it. I don't care who you are. I don't want to walk away and saying, man, this person, I had the opportunity to give this person a loaf of bread, a slice of bread, and I didn't. I'm just at that point in my life, I don't want to ever have that feeling, so I was saying, y'all, that's my thing. As far as helping men like that, I don't mind, but being in a relationship, handing over my money to a dude, no, I can't. In a marriage, I think you should work together. I remember when we were married, when I was married, we ran into a situation. My husband, I had a friend. Now, my friend introduced me to him. And I had asked, his name was Robert, rest in peace. He's gone on to glory. And I had asked, we were just dating then. I had asked Robert, I think, to loan me $100. I do remember that because we were just friends. And Robert said yes, of course. And my boyfriend at the time, which ended up being my husband, told him he wasn't going to take no money from, I wasn't giving, he wasn't some kind of way. And Robert said, yeah, I said, Robert, what happened to the $100? I thought you was going to send it by my husband at the time. Well, my boyfriend at the time, name was Derek. I said, I thought you were going, he told me not to get it to you. You didn't need my money. And I said, well, if I wanted to be with you, we were friends beforehand. Why would he do that? So it was funny. So when we ran into some financial situations when I was married, and I had a family member, that we had to ask for help. But you know what? I refused to ask my family for help. We did get help from my family, but I put him in the position of having to ask. Because I don't want you're going to be the head of this household. We're in a bind. You're going to have to ask. Not only are you going to have to ask, you're going to have to make arrangements to pay back. Now, I helped him pay back. But we're not going to get into the thing where I'm running to my family, for you or for us. Period. I'm just not going to do it, because I need to honor and respect you as the husband and the head of this household. And I want my family to understand that you making it, because your family quick to talk about folks. Your folks. They quick now, baby. I'm not saying that she would have. I don't know. But in reality, most time it is. And it'd be like, so-and-so, and I'm saying, we get in a bind, we got in this bind together, but you ask, and we're going to be a confront. I'm going to help you do whatever, but you're going to be demanding this. You're going to pull us out of this, and we're going to work together, but you're going to show her that, I'm here. I'm going to take care of my wife and my daughter. So that's what he did. Anyway, so what do y'all feel about, taking money from relationships? My brother used to say, I'm going to get off here for real because my time is up. I can come out of the closet. My brother used to say, my dad used to give him lectures all the time. And he said one of the key things my dad said to him was, your sisters might find a man to take care of them, but don't no woman want no man laying around is going to be taking care of a man. And I listened to my brother say that because my brother a hard worker. And, I'm so proud of him for all the things that he's accomplished. I love my brother. And both my brothers. I don't talk about my youngest brother now, but I'm real proud of both of them. And it makes you think about, how men are being raised now. Not with the idea that, I need to be a provider. I need to be able to take care. Even if I don't provide for anybody else, I need to be able to take care of myself. He didn't tell us, and you would think my dad said, y'all don't get a husband. No, he never did. He did tell us to work, but I didn't get that speech from, that my brother got on my brother said he stayed giving him, my dad used to give you these sermons all the time. He was a minister. But he said that, my dad was, stayed giving him speeches and sermons on what it is to be a man. Now, I don't know if he did that to my younger brother. This is my older brother and I talking about it. So I don't know if that was the conversations that he had with my younger brother. I don't know. But, so I don't know that. So the fact that my brother said, don't no woman want to take care of a man, and now you see that's how things are going. You're like, what in the world? Who are raising these boys? I saw a comment. I'm going to get off here for real, y'all. On TikTok, this lady was saying how, men should cleave to their wives. And mothers need to take a step back, and allow that woman and wife to be first in their life. And that's true. I believe that. You don't have to be religious to believe that. Yes. And somebody said, well, I think it was late in the comments that said, well, that's going to always be the mother, but the wife may or may not be there. Whether it is or not, the husband may or may not be there. That just will be a part. That's not saying just because you're first don't mean that you can't love, honor, and respect your parents still. But you still have to give that marriage 100% effort. You can't go in it putting your mother. You can still, like I said, on both sides. She love and respect her parents still. You can love and respect your parents still. But that marriage has to come first. Period. And so she said something, the creator said something about you one of those that have one of those sons or whatever. So it was just a big exchange with that. But, I just don't know who that calling of men and younger generation just seems so, but I can't even just put it on the younger generation because it's a lot of older men now who have that entitlement, like somebody owes taking care of them. That's the men and the women. It's like, I'm just not going to do whatever. Anyway, that's enough of my hot topics during my tornado warning shelter in place in the closet. I'm going to come up out of this closet and go make me a turkey sandwich for dinner because I don't feel like doing nothing else. That's the blessing of being able to just do something quick. In fact, I cooked um a couple of chicken wings earlier in the air fryer and ate those. And so I'm just gonna eat a turkey sandwich and probably some cucumbers and make that do it for the night. So that's my second meal of the day, and I'm gonna cut it off and be done. What are y'all having good for dinner today? Hope you're having something delicious and nutritious. Anyway, I want you to know you're loved. I love you, but God truly loves you the most. Remember to always be kind to yourself and others. Be joyful and be blessed. And y'all leave your thoughts. You know, you don't have to agree with me at all in the comments, but do be respectful. I want you to know you're loved. You're really, really loved. Bye, y'all.